said no. They disagreed with that sentiment. Slightly more Republicans, 18%, would agree with it than Democrats at 11%. But that is the environment we're in right now. What does that say to you about whether or not we'll see more political violence ahead?
Yeah, it only takes a few, right? It only takes a few young men like the young man who tried to kill Trump, the person who killed the Minnesota speaker, and the guy who killed Charlie Kirk. But the reaction, I have to say, I've been appalled by some of the reactions, a few, including the president's. But I have to say, I've been sort of impressed, on the whole. I think a lot of people in various political stripes who really disagree with Charlie Kirk have been pretty noble about this, about seeing past politics into a human life, into a Christian, into a family man, like just seeing this is a boat we're all in. And I've seen that across the political divide. And when I've looked at the Republican reaction, the overwhelming majority has been, he was talking to people. He was talking to people he disagreed with. And that's instructive to us. There's a moment, Thomas Hobbes, the philosopher, said fear can sometimes be used for good. When you become so afraid that your society is slipping into chaos, then you're jolted out of your bad habits. And maybe this will be a moment for this. It really takes an act of heroism to get out of the dark passion, doom loop. There has to be a moment of interruption where you say, no, I'm stopping this. I'm not partaking. I will respond to hatred with love. And of course, the ultimate example of this is the Civil Rights Movement, where Martin Luther King preached a gospel of love, and in an aggressive way that was going to force the sins of society into the faces of people and make them see, is this who we are? And so I don't know if this will be a turning point where people will make that interruption and halt the cycle. But so far, I felt it's been a moment, with a few exceptions, of coming together.
Can I just say that in your example, David, with the Civil Rights Movement and Dr. King and all those marchers, they had an ally in the president who was there to, break the passions and to lead. And here, when it comes to what you were just saying, I am not convinced that our current president is the one who's going to be able to do that. And even though we don't have kings in this country, we have always looked to our presidents as moral exemplars, especially in moments like these, in moments of national trauma. And right now, I'm not sure President Trump is capable or willing to show that kind of leadership.
Fair point.
In a minute.